Hey everybody, welcome to Long Story Short, the podcast. I'm Megan.
I'm Wendy.
And today on the podcast, we are diving back in after a long summer hiatus, and we are talking about the MVPs of summer. We did this last summer. We did the MVPs of travel. Mm-hmm. So we're going to talk about that, but we have so many things to catch up on before we dive into the main event.
Yeah.
So outside of the podcast, of course, you can always find us on Instagram and TikTok. We are at Megan and Wendy in both places. You can also find us on Twitter at Megan and Wendy. I would say we're the least active there, but I would respond to a tweet.
For sure. Do you go on Twitter often?
Yes.
Under our
all
handle?
the time. I just don't. I'm not an active participant.
Got it.
I'm a passive Twitter user these days. Mm-hmm. How else can you find us?
You can always email us, meganandwendy@gmail.com.
We do have a couple emails. I'm going to save those for next week because we have a lot to talk about this week.
All right.
So not only are regular podcast episodes back, Girls Gone Hallmark episodes are coming back this week. And coming back in September, we are relaunching our Patreon.
I'm excited.
Did you know where I was going with that?
No, I didn't. I was like, oh, what is she talking about? We just had this huge planning meeting and I'm like,
there's a lot happening.
What's happening in September?
So Patreon, real quickly, is a community where you can support the creators that you love in exchange for, typically, in our case, bonus content. If you visit patreon.com/Megan and Wendy, you can become a Patreon supporter, and we are launching brand new content over there.
Yeah, exclusive. It's not happening over here at all.
Not at all. You cannot get it here. And they are in the form of bonus podcast episodes. Yes. We asked, you answered, that's what you wanted.
Yeah.
You wanted those bonus podcasts. That's what you're going to be getting from us. That actually launches this week. They'll be there tomorrow.
Exciting.
So hop on over, patreon.com/Megan and Wendy. And of course, Wendy's show notes always contain these links. You can support our podcast and get bonus content that way. And if you're looking for one other way to support the podcast, there's a totally free way to do it. And it's one of our favorites. And it's by leaving a review.
Oh yeah, 5-star review, guys.
Please. I'm going to read a recent review. And it is titled Back to the Beginning. It says, all caught up with recent episodes, so now I'm going back to the beginning. Episode 1. Megan and Wendy make me smile, laugh, cringe. All the things that make a great podcast. This is my go-to podcast. I don't think, Wendy's making a face. I don't think she's saying, wow, these girls are in...
Cringy.
Yes. I don't think that's what she's saying. I think she's saying we talk about real life things, and sometimes those moments are like...
I think this needs to be our new headline. We'll make you cringe. You know what I mean?
I think it's like a solidarity cringe.
Okay.
I don't think someone's going to leave a 5-star review and say, so cringe. I don't think that's the message here.
They'll make you cringe. Megan and Wendy Tour 2023. It's coming.
So that is a great, easy way to support us if you have not left a rating or a review. It is very easy to do. We appreciate them. They do help other people find our podcast. And when other podcasts read their many, many, many ratings and reviews up top, I get very envious. So it makes me very happy when you guys leave.
Are you suggesting... There's a podcast that we listen to that Megan and I like a lot.
Yes.
And we listen to a lot. And they just recently had
That's our breakfast, yeah.
What I was saying is that there's a podcast that Megan and I listen to, and they've recently relaunched, and they have a friend in the space who recently shouted them out, and that person is on a mega podcast, mega huge. It's like having Oprah say,
sold to Spotify for $50 million mega.
Yeah. And so so every week they're shout out
fellow podcaster. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm I want somebody big to tell people about us, but whatever. That's just...
I'm very happy for them. I enjoy their podcast, but I also want to be happy for me too.
Yeah, totally. I agree.
So welcome back, everybody. And let's jump right in. Let's catch up for a minute.
Okay.
You and I both, separately and also together once, went to a lot of concerts this summer.
You should see my fall calendar for concerts.
Oh, yeah?
Out of control.
We have a few, but summer was big for us. But I discovered a hack that may not be news to anybody.
Okay. I'm very curious.
So let me set the scene. It's a Saturday, and I get a last-minute invitation to a concert. A friend had just gotten tickets from another friend, and she said, do you want to go? And I said, yes. However, this concert had 4 performers, which is a lot. It means it's a long show.
Sure.
And it started at 5, which know means it's going to be a long show because the headliner's not going to go on until at least
9.
after 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a very early bedtime. And this concert was in LA. So already I was like, I'm going to get home at midnight. I'm pre-tired before this thing. I planned like a pregame Starbucks drive-through so that I could make it through the night. But here's what I also did. While we're sitting at the concert, I open up my phone and I pull up the set list. And I should have done it ahead of time.
And you got busted because she shared it on Instagram.
So yes, but you know what's happened is I looked over and she had done the same thing. We both have the set list open on our phone, so we know exactly how much more time we have to go.
I'm going to stop you. Why didn't you guys just leave at that point? If you're like,
no, we were enjoying ourselves, but also I like to know what's coming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too.
I think we just needed to know, like, is it going to be midnight? It's not an outdoor venue, so they don't necessarily have the same limitations on noise. Mm-hmm. So anyway, what made it great is not only did we know what to expect, we knew when to leave because I leave before the final song. Mm-hmm. Not always, but often.
You want to beat traffic?
I wanted to beat traffic.
Okay. All right. Where was it at?
SoFi.
Yeah, but you have the super hookup great
We did
spot
have
there.
great parking.
You just wanted to get home and get in bed at a decent hour, right?
It was a mad rush out of there, I'm telling you.
All right.
So anyway, going forward, I then saw concerts the next 2 weekends, and I did this ahead of time. And not only was it great because I could look at my husband and be like, it's 2 more. And
Wait, so this is your hot tip is to look at the set list?
not just so you can leave early, but so that you know what they're going to play and what you... No. This is why it's great. Because I guarantee you someone has made a Spotify playlist of their set list. And then you can be prepared. And if there's a song that you don't know that well, now you do. And you're not sitting through this terrible song, because I don't like it when an artist is like, let me play me something new. That doesn't bring me any joy. I want you to play the songs I know. Yeah. So now I'm like, I know this song.
I love that this is a revelation to you.
Well, it's not like new information, but I mentioned it to someone and they were like, how do you look up the set list?
Stop it.
I swear. A person of our age.
Oh my God.
So I realize like you and I are like, very with it. We're very up with the times.
Yes.
We're not just regular moms. But there is somebody out there who's going to be like, wow, that never occurred to me.
Let me take it one step further for you.
Yeah.
Okay, I absolutely agree that I always find a Spotify playlist that is exactly as the set list prior to the show, because I like to be ready for it, especially when my daughter drags me to concerts that I've never heard of the artist.
Yes.
The second thing is, oftentimes Wi-Fi and internet is so bad inside like stadiums and stuff. So rather than trying to log on every time to see the set list, you take a screenshot of it.
Oh, sure.
And then you just pull it up easily like that.
Yes. Very smart.
Yeah. Because sometimes, if you're in like the Forum or Staples Center or whatever, and the Wi-Fi is not great, or in the middle of nowhere in Michigan, like I was during the summer. So, anyway, I'm very happy that this gives you some sort of like,
It gives me control over a situation that I don't have a lot of control over.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Now, I saw a thing on TikTok that blew my mind.
Okay.
Apparently, this young woman, was doing an unboxing of a flip phone. Like the Motorola Razr that was all the rage 20 years ago. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I had one.
Me too.
Hot shit with
Me
it
too. It was pink. People were like, I don't understand what's happening here. Like, why are you getting a flip phone? So she does a follow-up video and she's like, well, I'm a member of Gen Z and we have a unhealthy addiction to our phones and our devices. So by getting a flip phone, I can still text and make phone calls, but I don't have all the other distractions.
Okay.
This feels like,
A punishment.
well, yes, very extreme. Could I use such a device? Like, would that be... No, I would never do it. I wouldn't be able to commit. I'd use my phone for 100 other things.
Why torture yourself?
No, I understand. And then yesterday, I already had this on my list of things to discuss. And then yesterday, someone showed an item they had purchased on Amazon, which was a phone lockbox. So you lock your phone for a certain amount of time, because I have done all the tricks of setting time limits on certain apps on my phone and setting downtime on my phone. And then it's just a very easy, like, tap to ignore downtime. Mm-hmm. Because I do those things on my kids' devices and they don't know the password. Mm-hmm. But I do it on mine and I'm just like, and then they get very mad. They're like, Mommy, you're ignoring your screen time limit.
Why don't you have like someone else do the password?
Well, mine doesn't actually have a password on it. Theirs just does because they're child accounts.
Oh, okay.
My screen time doesn't have a password.
Oh, you can't set it up. You can't change it.
I'm sure I could.
Okay.
I don't want to.
So do you have an unhealthy addiction to your phone you're suggesting?
Absolutely. Do you not think you do?
I mean, when I'm bored, yeah, I guess. I certainly think in the past, and I know my husband's listening to this and being like, you're full of shit. But I know I can easily like plug it in at night and like not look at it for hours.
Yeah, I can too. But is it the first thing you pick up in the morning?
Oh, for sure.
Do you sit in bed and scroll before you get out of bed?
Sometimes. I mean, not really scroll. I'll check email first.
Yeah.
And then I check the news because I'm fun. And then, yeah, I don't really typically look like at Instagram or social media before though.
You know, I definitely have an unhealthy addiction to my phone. And
So you need a lockbox?
I'm never going to use one.
Has your family or anybody in your circle said like, Megan, put the phone down?
No,
You're
because
on the
like if
phone
we're
too
watching
much."
a movie, I don't have my phone. If I'm watching a movie with my kids, I don't have my phone with
So
me. When we're
you-
sitting at like my son's Saturday morning bowling league, I'm not on my phone.
Okay, so you think you yourself have an unhealthy addiction?
Yeah, like if I'm if I'm waiting in line, I'll take out my phone. Mm-hmm. Like just out of habit.
Yeah, but I think everybody does that.
There's nothing to see.
I know. Well, I will catch myself, especially at night. I'll do like the rounds over and over again. Like it will Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and back around and back around. And I'm like, what? Stop it.
Yeah, and you know, I have done that too, and I'm like, I've seen everything. Mm-hmm.
It just kind of blows my mind back to the flip phone. Like that just feels like it would be like a punishment I would put on my teenager.
Right.
You know, if they abuse their privilege, then I would be like, you know what? You're getting a flip phone.
Yeah. So the question is, and we would love for you to visit our Instagram and the post about this episode to reply, is it a punishment or is it self-regulating, limit setting? Like, which is it for you?
I'm 100% punishment. I think so. I would never do that I would never buy a flip phone for myself or buy a lockbox.
No, but I think maybe that speaks to the fact that you don't feel like you have an unhealthy relationship with your phone.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Moving on. School has started. Mm-hmm. And somehow I've already found myself to be the squeaky wheel. And I don't really think of myself as that parent typically.
Okay.
Now, we've all had moments, I think, where we've had to kind of push. But I'm not usually that mom who's making her presence known right away.
Like you mean against administration at school?
Or teachers or like
Okay.
in any...
Yeah.
Monday morning, this is our second week of school. We get an email from the principal, and he lays out the next 2 weeks of events at the school. And it includes things like there's homeroom competitions and they're taking their school ID photos and other things that are happening on campus. But it also includes the fact that unbeknownst to me or any of the other parents, because it's not on our calendar, there's a minimum day this Friday and next Friday. Mm-hmm. And I checked the calendar again and it's not there. So I shoot him a quick email and I said, hey, is there an updated version of the calendar somewhere that I'm missing so that we can have access to all of these dates? And he responds, this is really just a way for me to give you a peek of what's happening in their day. We don't publish a calendar of these events. So he thinks that I'm asking for like a calendar of the homeroom events. Like I'm that elementary school mom who I don't care about their tug of war competition. I mean, great. I love knowing what's happening at school. I like that because it gives me a way to say like, hey, how was this competition? But I don't need advance notice about that.
You wanted advance notice about the minimum days.
Yeah, for scheduling purposes.
Yeah, of course.
That's all I need to know. And so I mentioned it to another mom. She goes, I did think it was weird, but I also think maybe he just thinks they're middle schoolers and they can get themselves home.
No.
And I was like, I don't think that's it, because
no.
the high school schedule has minimum days on it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of kids. Like, could my kid walk home? Yeah. Is she walking home today? As a matter of fact, she is, but not every kid is. I schedule my work around when my kids are in school. I don't think it's unreasonable. And I almost didn't reply because I didn't want to like further this.
You needed to clear up.
But I did. I was like, he thinks I'm the mom who wants to know every single thing that's happening ahead of time.
Right.
So I said, no. I understand. Love the peek into their day at school. Don't need advance notice. I was purely talking about the minimum days. And I just said, is there a way we could add those to the calendar for scheduling purposes?
Did he reply back?
He did not.
Seriously?
I'm not dogging on the school. But I was like, first of all, this is actually the second time I've had to email him already. Because the first time, gosh, you guys, I'm trying to tell you that I'm not this overbearing helicopter mom. I have a high schooler. Like, I've really mellowed.
First interaction with him and then the whole calendar talk.
Yeah.
He's like,
This mom.
I
ran into the PTA president last night and he was like, see you at the first PTA meeting, which I don't even know where it is. But I was like, now I got to go and be like a normal human at the PTA meeting. So the principal.
oh, like you're like, I'm a chill mom.
Yeah.
It's okay. You're not going to like charge up to him and be like, I'm Megan. I'm the one who emailed you about the minimum days and the calendar and the wrong information.
And with that, we're going to take a quick break and come right back to talk about the MVPs of summer. Welcome back. It is time to talk about the MVPs of summer, and it's still summer. I know everyone is like, I saw on Instagram this morning, people in Target, they're like, look at the fall decor, but it is, as of this recording, August 25th. We are nearly a full month until fall. So to wrap up summer, because for me, it's kind of over.
As soon as the kids go back to school, it's over.
Yes.
Right.
So to wrap it up, let's talk about the things that were great.
Okay.
And I want to address that tone.
Okay.
Let's do that first, because I think you need to set the scene when it comes to summer.
For me?
Yeah.
How it was a hard summer?
Yeah.
Okay, look at guys. It sounds very privileged. I know. I don't work. I had a very nice summer off. I went on 2 vacations. It was great. On the flip side of that, though, it was a big summer school commitment for my daughter, which required a lot of driving and to be in a lot of places. A summer basketball league, which also required a lot of driving. And I'm certain I had COVID. I was sick for like a good 2 weeks. I never tested positive, but I swear it was COVID. So it was just like, all I remember is driving and being exhausted all summer long.
Yeah, there were no lazy days of summer for you.
No, it was up at the crack of dawn, had to be at school at 7 a.m. It was tough. There was no like floating in the pool and, you know, barbecuing, nothing. No, 0 things like that.
Yeah, that's a real bummer. I'm sorry.
And so, I mean, it's okay.
You're allowed to be disappointed that it didn't meet your expectations.
Well, summer is like, I love summer. I love the summer months. And so I think if you listen to like our episodes pre-summer, like I was real hyped for summer and it was just kind of a letdown. And then we had that midsummer episode too. Like, we got to keep it real about summer. You have all these great ideas. And then like, you know, but mine went from like real high to real low.
And we pointed out that summer, you said like, it's not summer break for us. Summer is real life, but it's hot.
Yeah.
And our kids don't have the break of going to school and the routine of that.
Right.
So yeah, I get it. It's the fantasy does not live up to the reality.
No, it's just another month.
Now that said, we got lots of good things to say though. And I would like you to tell me the first thing, your first MVP.
You guys, if you're not watching Love Island USA, I freaking love it. I love that it starts in summer. It's on 6 nights a week. 6 nights a week on Peacock. It's on Peacock this year. Usually in past years, it's been CBS.
Oh.
So it's on Peacock this year, which is a streaming service that I think is free.
They have shows that are free, but most of their shows you pay for access.
Yes, I'm not quite sure. This might be one of
Like Below Deck you pay for.
Okay, then
Ultimate Girls Trip you pay for.
Then I probably I watch all those shows because I probably pay for it. Then it's a little bit racier. Since it's on, like they did I'm not clutching my pearls here, but they did like a penis sculpting challenge the other day.
That they probably couldn't do on CBS.
Right, which like really came out of left field. I was like, that's so weird. But anyway, I just like to get involved in other people's lives who live on my TV. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Just because like, not that things have been hard at home. It's just I've been tired and like I really love to lay on the couch at night and
It's a real escape.
find out
They're
what
floating in the pool.
they're floating in the pool. And their house this year in Love Island is like in the Santa Barbara area, which is like so weird.
Huh.
Like what a weird location for that, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I love it. It's almost over. And I'm having like these feelings. Like last night I was watching it, I was like, my friends at Love Island are going to be gone soon. And I'm not going to have anybody to tune into at night.
I mean, you could go back and watch Love Island UK.
I might. I don't like it as much because apparently from what I understand,
There's not as much drama.
there's not as much drama. Yeah.
Well, this is going to be a real letdown after Love Island, but my first MVP of summer is swim shirts.
If you guys are not following our Instagram stories, I think you've mentioned the swim shirts all summer long.
Twice.
Okay. Tell me how this works for you, because I would rather die putting a swim shirt on. Like I don't like that touching my
I
body.
understand. So, first of all, I don't actually own any. I wear my husband's. And what I like is his are like big oversized t-shirts, basically. That's what I prefer. The ones that are fitted, I don't like. It's like it's first of all, it's too hot. It's too much material. Sure, you're gonna get in the pool, but the in between moments I don't enjoy. But the big oversized T-shirt with the SPF built in, I like because
That's the goal, right?
that's
The
100%
SPF.
the goal.
Got it.
Yes, because we spent a lot of time in our pool this summer. And one of the barriers for entry for me to get in the pool is knowing that I have to put on sunscreen first. The full body sunscreen application. So I do a couple things. One, when I get ready in the morning, I always put a good SPF on my face. So that's taken care of. I wear a big hat in the pool, one of those wraparound hats that I can pile my hair up on top of my head. And then I started wearing a swim shirt because then I don't have to have someone do my back. And it eliminates so much sunscreen. Like I just do my legs and my forearms and I'm done. And it made swimming in the pool so much more enjoyable. And then as soon as I would get out, I would strip that swim shirt off and hang it over a chair because I don't enjoy the feeling of it on my body. But I do enjoy limiting the sunscreen application.
I can respect that you are so adamant about sunscreen. I know like that's super important to you. I'm a little more willy-nilly when it comes to sunscreen.
Are you not? See, yeah, I just would be in the hospital, honestly.
Yeah, that's not great.
I don't wear them in public, though.
Like you wouldn't wear it at the beach?
No. I mean, not that I wouldn't, I just have it. And we went to the water park a lot this summer.
Oh yeah, did you wear it
I
at the
didn't
water
wear
park?
it there, mostly because they don't feel cute.
Do you make your kids wear swim shirts?
I do not make them wear swim shirts. However, they both actually prefer it.
Oh.
My son's like, I think I'm the only teenager here in a swim shirt. I'm like, you don't. Like when they were little, we made them wear them.
Yeah.
I was like, you don't have to. He was like, I know, it's just easier. And then my daughter, early in the summer, she was like, can we get me a rash guard? And I said, sure. And so she wears hers a lot.
That's a real cute look on like a
Little tween
teenage girl. Yeah, that's a real cute look.
Yeah, so she just has a short sleeved one. And she's like, I just don't want to put sunscreen on my back. I'm like, I get it, kid.
Yeah. Well, I think too, like, and I'm not suggesting this is the case for your daughter, but like for that age, if girls are like uncomfortable with their changing bodies,
Sure.
like, it gives them a little more protection, like, a little more
Yeah.
freedom to have fun still.
Yeah, so
Right.
we're a family of swim shirt wearers, and you can get them everywhere now. My husband has one that has long sleeves and a hood.
Whoa, that's a
He's very dedicated to sun protection as well, even though he's got olive skin. Like, he does not burn like I do. But we went in the pool the other night at 4:30 p.m., and I will not put on sunscreen at that time. I will just find the corner of the pool that is shaded.
I would only ever put sunscreen if it was like noon. 4:30 in the afternoon. No, I'm not.
No, and he put on like his long sleeve swim shirt and his sunscreen and his swim hat. He's very dedicated. So we're a swim shirt fam.
The last time I wore a swim shirt, talk about, I had a long sleeve one too. I think I had just finished chemo and I don't know why. Oh, I remember. Duh. I had just finished radiation and I was very sensitive like on my chest. So I had like a full on like, and it was like neon. Oh, not a good look. Not a good look at all.
I'm sure it was cute.
Not cute with a bald head. No, not real cute. I got me. This is not news to you, Megan.
It isn't.
A Dyson hair wrap. Now, if you guys don't know what the Dyson hair wrap is,
Air wrap.
what's it called? Air wrap.
Yeah.
Okay, this is how little I know about it. It was a hand-me-down from Megan. And it was going to be a cast off. She probably would have thrown it in the trash.
Never. I offered it to you.
I know, and I'm so thrilled.
I would never have thrown it away.
You would have just stashed it in the back of the closet or something.
I wouldn't have. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have thrown it away, but I wouldn't probably have followed through with selling it. Mm-hmm. So my mom bought it and hated it, and so she gave it to me. And I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it compared to the other tools that I have that I'm better at using. And Wendy borrowed it when we were on vacation and loved it. And I was like, "You want it?"
I feel that it's made for finer hair.
I think so too. It works on my hair, but it takes so much longer.
Yeah, not me.
Yeah,
Not at all.
So you like
It's
it?
fast. I freaking love it. Except I brought it home and my husband's like, where are you going to put that? Because it's in a big ass box, guys. And of course, like, I don't put it back in the box.
No, I just had all the parts like rolling loose in my drawer.
Yeah, it's in my closet right now, but I use it every day. I just love it so much. It makes me so happy. And I also got a tip from Tati. She's on YouTube. She's like a makeup artist, whatever. Anyway, she takes all the tools off of it and then like dries her face down like before she powders it. Have you ever heard of doing this?
No.
Like she like sprays like a setting spray and then she uses the thing to dry it down.
It's real extra.
It's a real extra tip. I've tried it. And also yesterday I had, a t-shirt on that had some, like this one has like some wrinkles in it. Put the hot air on it,
Steamed it a little bit.
try to get it, yeah. I just love it. And I love that I didn't have to spend $700 on
They're
it.
so expensive. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad it went to a good home. Enjoy. My next MVP is short and sweet, and that is Good Ice, the Pebble Ice. The Pebble Ice Maker, 9 months later, remains an item that I'm so glad we own.
Me too.
That
Use
I
it
probably
every day.
never would have ponied up to purchase for myself because it's a big ticket purchase, but I'm so thrilled that I have it. Like, it was a great gift because I use it every single day. I fill my Stanley or whatever water bottle, walk around. It brings me a lot of joy.
Okay, question. How often are you cleaning out?
I don't want to answer that.
I mean, it's okay. I haven't cleaned. You're supposed to like not take it apart, but you're supposed to like flush it out a little bit, clean the
Weekly.
tubes. I do it. I haven't done it since March.
I did it once over the summer.
Okay.
That was the last time.
So it's a heavy machine, and
That's the problem. You got to haul it to the sink.
right. So mine is in the garage, so
Yeah,
I gotta
too.
haul it inside,
Yeah.
and it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's been a summer of Red Bull for me. I freaking love Red Bull.
Do you remember the Red Bull Flugtag?
No, what is that?
I may have made that word up. There was, Red Bull gives you wings.
That guy that jumped from space? Is that what we're talking about?
Well, there used to be a competition, and I went one year where people would build machines and like drive them off of the Santa Monica Pier
Oh my god!
in an attempt to fly.
Yeah,
I
so
believe
dangerous.
I am. Yes, it looked very dangerous.
Well, there was that guy. His name is Felix something or other, and it was sponsored by Red Bull, and he like jumped from space through
It
the
is called the
atmosphere.
Flugtag, and by the way, Red Bull Flugtag Milwaukee 2022. This is still happening.
That sounds dangerous.
Top 7 Red Bull Flugtag disasters. So this is
Oh jeez.
this is a thing.
No, I'm gonna pass on that. I just like to drink their beverage. Because, I quit drinking soda. I don't drink coffee. I need a little bit of a pick-me-up sometimes, and Red Bull does it for me.
Now, there's a debate raging in Wendy's house whether Red Bull qualifies under the umbrella of soda.
Yes, and one that my husband brought up to his work associates. So now I'm being discussed at work if Red Bull falls under the soda category. I mean, it probably does.
Yeah, I think it
so, too?
does.
But then I can't put my feather in my cap that I haven't had soda for the last 30 days.
You drink Red Bull, and like you would drink multiple sodas in a day, yes? When you were drinking soda.
For sure.
Yeah, and you'll drink one Red Bull a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
so there is a improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
My next MVP is the Old Faithful Supergoop sunscreen. I love both the glow screen and the unseen sunscreen. The unseen obviously doesn't have a glow, doesn't have a color, doesn't have a tint to it. Trader Joe's came out with an unseen sunscreen dupe.
I saw it all over Instagram.
I was never able to find it.
Never saw it.
To test it for myself, but I love the Supergoop version a lot.
I hate it.
Oh.
I just don't like it. I don't like it. I just don't like it.
That specific formula.
Yeah.
It has a real silicone feel, like a silicone primer, and you don't like that.
I feel like it doesn't work with like the foundation I would use. It doesn't dry down enough to, even if I use the, Dyson Airwrap thing to dry my face off. No, it's not for me.
You weren't a fan. Mm-mm. Well, I enjoyed both for the summer, and I think for me, both sat well under my makeup. I enjoy it.
So now that summer is over, you're not going to use it anymore, or what? What's the deal?
I'll still use it, but I knew in the summer that I would be spending a good portion of my day in the sun and need an SPF 40 every single day on my face. Mm-hmm. Today we're sitting in the house recording podcast, and I'm not going anywhere but to school, drop off, and pick up, so I don't necessarily need that step in my routine.
Got it. Well, speaking of lotion type things, Jergens Natural Glow and Firming Lotion.
I love that formula.
I mean, I don't tan. Even like my poor sunscreen application every day, like I don't tan at all. And my legs would be like stark white if I didn't use this stuff. Man, it works so good.
And it does seem to actually firm, right?
No, I haven't noticed that.
I swear it does. That gave like a little bit of a smoothing illusion to me. But I also feel like my skin looks smoother when it's tan.
Oh, of course. So maybe that's
yeah. I enjoy that. I like the natural glow.
I'm just going to use it all like through winter too.
Sure. And it's a lot more forgiving than a sunless tanning foam.
Totally. Because I'm terrible at applying that stuff.
It's really easy to make. My next MVP of summer is the Secret Outlast Invisible Solid Deodorant, which I've been using for a long time. And listen, folks, I'm a sweaty Betty. Mm-hmm. I sweat a lot in the summer. And I'm constantly looking around at the members of my family like, aren't you hot?
I think it's our stage of life.
I think so too.
Okay.
But it also is hot outside. It's not labeled as a clinical strength deodorant, but it does the job. I like the solid, not the clear, personally. And I would recommend it if you're struggling with breakthrough stink.
There's been several times this summer that I didn't even put deodorant on. I'm like, I don't care. This is my body. It's real sexy in our house.
Just bothers me. I don't want to smell myself.
I mean, talking about sweating though, like last night I was inside a Lululemon and I was like, it's so muggy in here. And I'm like asking my daughter, she was like, it looks like you're sweating at the back of your head. And I was like, what? Don't you remember like seeing like little grannies with like sweat like around their head? I was like, is that me? I'm like, it doesn't feel wet. Like I had a real moment last night.
Oh, and I constantly like, we have a fan over here that like after I get ready before I leave the house, I'll sit in front of that for a few minutes to like cool my body down. Or at the end of the day, I'll have to go sit in the pool for 10 minutes to lower my, core body temperature.
Oh my gosh. Well, this is unofficial MVP, but you did tell me about the little USB fan.
Oh,
And you have one on your desk, right?
Yes, but then I'll take it into the bathroom while I get ready.
I did too.
Yeah.
That's I set it up sometimes in the morning or late morning when I'm getting ready. And it just feels so good to have that fan going. But I was working in the office the other day and I was like, I'm so hot. And I clipped it onto my like computer screen. I was just blow me in the face.
When I'm working at my desk, I just need that air blowing on me.
I know.
Whoa, I've become our mothers.
Oh, golly. Next for me, summer, it's another TV highlight for me.
Yeah.
I love summertime when they have all the game shows on TV. And we, as a family, really like watching Claim to Fame, which is not over yet. Have you heard of Claim to Fame? So basically, it's tips of celebrities.
Okay.
And they all go in this house, but they don't tell anybody who they're related to. And it's a game of guessing based on clues and games and stuff like that. So it's been pretty fun. It's hosted by apparently there's 4 Jonas brothers. It's hosted by one Bonus Jonas and one of the guys that's in the band.
Okay.
I don't know which one it is. Do you know their names?
Just Joe.
It's not Joe and it's not
Nick.
Nick. It's the other one.
Cool.
And then the other bonus brother. So anyway,
And they live in this house?
not the Jonas brothers. They're just the host.
No, the
They-
siblings,
this-
the relatives.
Yes, they're like in a house all together for a certain number of weeks, and they have to and it gets very people struggle with paranoia and do you know who I am? And and then they have this guess off at the end. I quite enjoy it.
Okay.
It's good. The other 2 we're watching is Generation Gap, hosted by Kelly Ripa, who I don't really love as a host, but it's tweens or young teens paired with a grandparent, and they have a face-off between another pair.
Trivia. It's trivia.
Yes, but it's based on they had a question about TikTok, and the grandma's like, "What's TikTok?" It was just so fun. It's so funny.
yeah,
It's a
yeah,
little
yeah.
dragged out. It could be snappier and quicker, but
Yeah.
I like that. And finally, Beat Shazam.
I love that.
That's a summer staple in our house.
And it's back.
Always. I think it might be over now, but
So when we were on vacation this summer, we watched a lot of the Game Show Network. And People Puzzler, hosted by Leah Remini.
no idea what that is.
It's like a crossword puzzle game. So
Yes.
easy. So easy.
Oh, you better sign up.
She's great on that show. Yeah, I would kill on that show. And then we watch a lot of Family Feud, but Family Feud gets racy.
Oh, it totally does.
So sometimes the kids are like, why is that funny? And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't really want to answer that question. My final MVP of summer is claw clips.
Those big ones.
Yeah.
The big rectangle ones.
They're not as big as the bread box size you're holding out right now, but
I just saw a teenager with one today, so I was like, oh, that's huge.
I happened to buy some at a TJ Maxx and I love them. It is such a more comfortable way to put my hair up than a ponytail or a messy bun, and it holds my hair. And the name of the game is that it's hot and I'm sweaty and I like my hair up and off of my neck and out of my face. And I'm a fan, and they're everywhere. They're everywhere. They're back. I mean, man, I could rock a claw clip back in the day.
I feel like they've never went anywhere. They've always been around.
But now they're cool.
I guess. When's banana clips gonna come back?
Oh, yeah.
A banana clip. Did you wear a banana clip?
Of course.
With my permed hair? Yes, I did.
Yeah, I'm loving it. On TikTok, they're like, claw clip hairstyle. I'm like, every single one of these looks the same. Every single one of them looks the same, guys.
A wrap and then a clip.
And with that, those are our MVPs of summer. You can always visit the Instagram post for this episode and let us know your MVPs of summer. We would love to hear them. We are at Megan and Wendy on Instagram. Look for that in our feed. We're going to take a quick break and come right back with Megan and Wendy approved. We're back with Megan and Wendy approved. I knew my approved item immediately before we did this. I think because we haven't done it in a while, so I'd have to dig real deep. I'd like you to go first.
Okay. 3 words for you. Bamboo toilet paper.
Now, I've used bamboo sheets, and they're very soft. Is this very soft?
Well, I don't know. Does it sound nice to wipe with bamboo paper?
Well, I don't know.
Okay, so I was intrigued.
Yeah.
I heard I saw somebody on social media talk about it, and I was like, huh. So I had never seen it or heard of it. I bought it from Target. They do sell it at Target. I looked it up. I wanted to read the reviews about it.
Yeah.
And the reviews were so great. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people really love it because of its sustainability, right? Mm-hmm. You know, it's made 100% from bamboo, and bamboo grows really fast and whatever. Like, that's all great. That is not why I bought it. I bought it because the reviews were like, when I use traditional toilet paper, it leaves dust behind.
Yes.
And now I felt very validated and seen in that moment because I have been struggling for years when I take a shower and wash all the places and find like leftover toilet paper, right? This is a little bit TMI, guys. But it's such an annoyance to me.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot stand it. And so when I read this review that this bamboo toilet paper does not leave remnants behind,
Yes.
I was like, well, I'm going to check it out. It is expensive. Online, they have an online subscription. That, by the way, the product is called Reel, R-E-E-L. Mm-hmm. An online subscription is 24 rolls delivered every 8 weeks for $37. Now, I couldn't tell you how much regular toilet paper costs. Do you know offhand? Let me just look really quick how much you got the computer. You tell me how much like a big pack of Charmin cost.
30 rolls of Charmin cost $31.
Okay.
12 rolls cost $13.69. So it is more expensive.
Yes.
Outrageously more expensive? No.
Yeah, but
Now it is $36 to your house, including shipping. $37.
yeah, I don't do the online subscription. I purchased it at Target as a trial run because my husband was like, big Game Show X. You know what I mean? He was like, what?
The bamboo.
The bamboo, right. So what I do is like, I'll use one of the real ones, and then when that's finished, then we'll go back to Charmin. So we like...
And now that it's in the house, is he still not a fan?
We haven't had a discussion about it. I would have to ask and see, like...
Is he like, oh, I'm going to go in the other bathroom because we got Charmin in the other bathroom?
Well, I do
I'm going to
only
go
put
downstairs.
I only put it in our bathroom, upstairs, our bedroom bathroom. I wouldn't suggest it if you have, like, small children in the house because, you know...
They go through a lot.
Yeah, exactly. And if it's not cost effective for you or your family, then I would...
But for you, it's an elevated toilet paper experience and you enjoy it.
That is it. And that is going to be my review on it. An elevated toilet paper experience.
I'm with you. I was influenced also by an Instagram recommendation. I originally heard about this from things I bought and liked, but I have also seen it recommended from other people. And it is the Cure. It is K-U-R.
That's how I would pronounce it.
Nail concealer. It's nail polish, but it comes in two colors. One's called milky, one's called pink. I've seen them both in use and they look very, very similar. Here's why I like it. I love a press-on nail. I use press-on nails a lot. I'm a big fan, MLM alert, of the Red Aspen nails. I tried a drugstore brand over the summer because I just had them on hand and I was like, oh, these are garbage. So I do think the Red Aspen are superior and they're not very expensive. When you break it down, comparing it to getting your nails done, I like them a lot. However, I am impatient, and the second one lifts, I will rip the rest of them off, which is not how you were supposed to remove them, thus leaving my nails a little bit damaged. And so in between, I don't always want to do like a full manicure, but just swipe this on. Your nails look great.
They do. I have some too.
Now here's the kicker. You got to actually use it because I'm looking at my nails right now. I'm like, they look rough. They're not going to do your nails for you. It works if you work it. But if you do use it, it does look great. It really is very forgiving. Like, I think it goes on nicely. It's easy to make your nails look nice. Even if you have nice nails, it just kind of adds like a little bit of color to your nails.
Yeah.
It's $20 a bottle. It is kind of expensive for a nail product.
But I think they push it as a like a corrective,
yes.
especially for nails who have been through it.
Yes.
You know, I will say I like those Red Aspens a lot too. And I don't find I have as much damage when I rip them off because I'm the same way. But if you get a gel or a dip, I rip those things off and I'm left with like paper thin.
Yes.
Paper thin where it hurts.
Yes.
So yes, I I like that too. I like that nail polish too. I like it a
Yes.
lot.
Agree. And you only really need one coat. You can build it up with multiple, but you're not putting multiple coats on like you would with another nail polish to make it opaque. So
Yeah.
it'll last a while. That does it for this episode.
It does.
However, Girls Gone Hallmark is back on Thursday with a review of Lacey Chabert's Groundswell. Next week is Pop Culture Club with a whole summer of books and TV and podcasts and music reviews. And Patreon relaunches tomorrow, Wednesday. So head on over there to see what we got happening there. So much coming. And before you go, we love your 5-star ratings and reviews. Leave them. Have a great day, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.